Welcome to Sports Law, advising sports clients on social activism. I'm your host, Brandon Leopoldus, the founder of Leopoldus Law APC in Los Angeles, California, the solutions firm for those in the sports and entertainment space. And this course is designed to give you, the listener, an insight into the reasons behind athlete activism and taking stances on political and social stances in the sports world, as well as how to advise sports clients when they choose to take a stance, no matter what that stance is, and no matter how they take it. We've all heard the quote, "Shut up and dribble." In today's society, athletes have a platform, and that has always been the case. Athletes have always taken a stand on issues that are important to them and that are in the public eye. Looking back, we take a look at Jackie Robinson, the man who broke baseball's color barrier. That was considered a stance on a political issue of race relations, civil rights. And some people said they needed to keep baseball segregated between Caucasian players and African Americans who were playing in the Negro Leagues. Jim Brown, the Hall of Fame running back of the Cleveland Browns, was often an advocate for civil rights and other issues that he found important to him. Perhaps most famously is Muhammad Ali, the famed boxer and social activist who refused to enter the Vietnam War due to a religious exemption. Dr. John Carlos and Tommy Smith, during the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City, wore black gloves and raised a fist and bowed their hands for the national anthem to bring light onto human rights and the treatment of black Americans to the forefront. Arthur Ashe was a noted activist in the tennis world. That also included Billie Jean King and others in various sports, including, most recently, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, who refused to stand during the national anthem while he played his NBA career, most notably for the Denver Nuggets. And Colin Kaepernick and Megan Rapinoe are other notable athletes that have taken social stances and political stances on issues facing them and society in general. Now, taking these stances also requires them to face the consequences for their political and social stances. Oftentimes, it may result in the loss of sponsorships. For example, when you take a look at a player such as Brandon Marshall of the Denver Broncos, he knelt for the national anthem back in 2016, and he lost some local sponsorships, including with a car dealership in the Denver metro area. Despite being a very popular player, it wasn't palatable for his endorsers, and he lost that revenue from sponsorships. We also see that athletes face damage to their public image. Athlete activism oftentimes results in some backlash. Sometimes we see that when athletes do take certain political and social stances, that their public image is harmed even if that changes over time. For example, Muhammad Ali, when he refused to serve in Vietnam, he faced immense outrage from the public in the United States. However, over time, Muhammad Ali became one of the most iconic Americans to have ever lived. Another consequence is the alienation of a fan base. Oftentimes, when you decide to take a social stance, you will become a polarized figure. If you think about Colin Kaepernick, for example, he has alienated some fans who may have been football fans, may have been Colin Kaepernick fans, and they may have rooted for his San Francisco 49ers until he decided to take action by kneeling for the national anthem. Oftentimes, that will polarize your fan base, and the outraged fan base is often the most vocal.